So the reason I really want to talk to you is to see whether we can have a hybrid system, or maybe the kind of support to give to Tanzania to find ways to keep opening a window for that. And so Ireland comes top because of what I told you. South Africa also is top in the sense that normally the fees are very small because of SADC arrangement.
Exactly.
So I think we are going to talk to Johannesburg University to see how many we can send. But we are looking at other countries which give us scholarships to try to ask them whether that scholarship can be focused in that area. I know Qatar, they give 30 scholarships to Tanzania. Most scholarships are postgraduates. We want to do undergraduate. They have campuses of universities like Harvard or Princeton, the campuses in Qatar to take them. But Ireland is top.
Yes. No, and that's great, and we really appreciate the ask and the confidence that you have in our country and our educational system. I mean, it is excellent. It is very good. We've invested in education over many, many years, as you know and as you've heard. I mean, at the moment, our scholarship program is for postgraduate master's level. We don't even do PhD. I think there are some of the students who've gone ahead to do PhD.
They'll get scholarship
because they've done so well in their masters. And there's one of them joining us online on Friday to talk to the students who are going to Ireland to encourage them as well to do well, and that they can pursue PhD level, as you say, with grants when they get there. I mean, we can explore your request with our headquarters for sure, and see what would be feasible. It may be more of a direct arrangement between universities that may work better, rather than directly through our Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But we can look at that. So you're looking at approximately 50, say 30 to 50, if you were to divide it across.
Yes, but I probably 50. The first take. I'm not sure. It's a little bit ambitious.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Because we're just starting.
Yeah.
And even when we're discussing this to start to plant the idea that can evolve and take roots. But 10, 5, 15 to start with, because we want to distribute them. But we took risk. We are going to ask 50 of those who we select.
Right.
Once they apply, we are going to guarantee them we will send them overseas.
Oh, wow.
Now,
that's
by that time, election will have been done. Maybe I will not be Minister of Education. I'll leave things. No kidding. I
know, but you're trying to move it forward. I hear
we
you, and it's
want
really
to move
important.
forward, but because I think we'll be able to secure 50. Maybe we'll be able to secure 50. I'm going to encourage the permanent secretary to lead a team from universities. Maybe Nelson Mandela. Mbeya University of Science and Technology.
Right.
And is it Karume? No. We have Indian Institute of Technology campus in Zanzibar.
Yes, the High Commissioner has been telling me about that.
Yes. So this extended Samia scholarship actually we also cater for postgraduate.
Okay.
Limited, and we said for postgraduate to give them to Indian Institute of Technology campus in Zanzibar. And Nelson Mandela African Institute of Science and Technology, because that university in Arusha is only postgraduate. So they're struggling because they don't have bursaries from undergraduates, and we want them to stick to research and postgraduate. Anyway, so what we are planning to do, and I think we'll come back to you on this, is to have a permanent secretary leading a team to make a visit in Ireland, and maybe meet the counterpart, but also visit universities there to see what kind of collaboration can be made.
And what might be very useful, which we could check if there is an education fair in Ireland, so all the universities come to one venue, that would be a lot better than the PS trying to get around to all the different universities.
PS herself, if she comes, maybe one university, because we have a team within and without the ministry that are helping us, and we're organizing Tanzanian diaspora with data sciences across. We had a conference online.
Okay.
I think we had somebody who is a lady in Dublin. Yes, right? Yes, yeah. In that in that conference of diaspora, and we ask them also to help us because sometimes there are scholarships within universities.
That's right, exactly. Well, I know one person here in Tanzania has got a scholarship to do her postgraduate in UCD, which is a very good thing. Well, we could check that too tonight, just if there is an education fair in Ireland that we coincide the visit.
Yes.
It doesn't negate also going to one of the universities and having a more in-depth visit, but at least your team then would get a sense of what's available right across Ireland. I don't know if they do that, but we'll check it because that would be the best time to visit, to be honest.
That's true. There'll be enough time.
Yeah, I know there was a recent education fair here, and one of the Irish universities came, Griffith College came. But I think you want to get a sense of all of the different colleges, and different structures and how they operate. Because some of them are national, some of them are technological universities. Some of them are, they're known for being better at science or medicine or whatever it is. Yeah, they have different strengths and such.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so there are two things to follow up on in terms of the visit and in terms of the scholarships.
The scholarship or subsidized scholarship.
Hybrid support.
So you can know how much. How many you can take.
And I wonder if some of the universities would also work directly with you on that, where they would provide some scholarship, and then you would provide some that they perhaps pay the fees, and then you pay the stipend and living accommodation. So something of that nature could possibly work as well.
Exactly.
But it does take time, as you know, for all of these things to work through and develop. We are happy to explore what would be possible, to look at what other embassies of Ireland are doing in the region. I know our embassy in South Africa has a number of scholarships too. We'll see what that looks like and see what we can do to assist, because I appreciate the importance and the priority you're giving to this, Minister.
Yes.
And thanks for calling me.
So I decided to focus on one thing. And there are so many things. But
of course. Yeah, but I'd also encourage, Minister, I'd also encourage you and your team to reach out to other EU member states.
That's true.
And actually, because I think across EU member states, there's a number of us who are providing scholarships for Tanzania, including the EU delegation itself. They do quite a lot. They do the Erasmus scholarships.
Yes.
There is a lot.
Erasmus cut across. They go beyond the EU?
Exactly. No, that's the EU member states. So if it's a European Union Erasmus program, it's across the 27 countries of the EU. And that is also very exciting. So it's not just Ireland. Ireland is included in that, but it's not just Ireland, of course. It's all of the EU member states. And perhaps if your team prepared a presentation, you could call on the European Union member states collectively, rather than doing bilateral one-to-ones with Ireland, France, Spain, but do a collective meeting with all of them and do a presentation of the SEMIA scholarships, your desire to get 50 places for these undergraduates. 50 places spread across 10 countries is easier than 50 places in one country.
That's true.
And they may have different strengths in different countries. And a lot of the universities deliver through English. Like Groningen University in the Netherlands is a huge student hub for tertiary education. My niece went there, and there's people from all over the world are there, and they go, and they've obviously lots of different disciplines. So, it could help to spread it around, and I'm always one for bilateral cooperation with others, engaging with other countries as well to try and encourage. So while you say, up to 5 maybe for Ireland, but maybe France can do some, Spain can do, the Netherlands, etc., etc. So it might be good for PS to follow up and do an engagement across the EU delegation and EU member states present here in Tanzania. I think there's 11 of us here, and the EU delegation would also be useful. I'm happy to help facilitate that type of a meeting. With
we can do it in Arusha.
Exactly. Do it in Arusha, do it at the Nelson. We're actually going to Moshi as EU heads of mission. We're going to Moshi in September to have a visit. So, if it worked and it was feasible to come and do a presentation.
Professor.
So
let's organize that.
We're going 7, 18, 19 September. We're in Moshi.
You're coming as European?
As EU heads of mission, we're going for a retreat.
Okay, so we can actually, if we get the timing, we can arrange after or before.
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
So,
or come and do a presentation for an hour, and then whoever is interested could follow up, or go to the Nelson Mandela Academic Institute, you know, the leadership training. So it's just because if other countries are not aware of it, then you know they're not. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, the EU delegation and the EU member states are very focused on education.